guys, Julia here from JM Squared Vintage. Welcome back to the channel. I am here today with another epic bins haul. I went to my favorite location that is $1 per item. I'm a little bummed because my sister-in-law was supposed to come with me this week, but my niece got sick, so she wasn't able to make it. But next time she's out visiting, we will for sure be going together and doing a little competition of who can find the best stuff. She's got a great eye, so I can't wait to see what she pulls. But before we get started here, if you are new to the channel, first and foremost, welcome aboard. I am Julia. We talk all things thrifting and vintage and reselling on the internet. If that sounds like something that you are into, consider hitting subscribe down below. I would love to have you along on this journey. But without further ado, guys, I've got, I think, about 42 pieces, so we've got some really cool stuff to get through, but a lot of stuff to get through. So go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink. You know I have my matcha latte. Sit back, relax, and let's get into the goods. So we're gonna kick this off right out of the box with a really fun vintage piece. I saw this and I feel like I might have had this actual skirt. This is a little Gap jeans denim skirt. This is kind of midi length with a little kick pleat in the front. I can see this being worn with a pair of knee-high boots right now, those Vince Camuto boots that everybody's got. This has a little like slide tab closure, but this is the tag. And this is definitely the same tag that they had probably back in the early 2000s. That was right around like late 90s, early 2000s. This is a size 4, and I gotta say, for a very dark denim skirt, this is in perfect condition. Absolutely perfect condition. I'll probably see vintage Gap pieces sell really quickly for me. I don't find many of them, so I'm always really excited when I do because they do have a pretty strong market for them. Next up here, this is a great little kind of bread and butter piece. This is a fabulous little splendid jumpsuit. I don't pick up a lot of the splendid basics, but stuff like this, first of all, it's a jogger jumpsuit, which go pretty quick for me. And it's in that like ultra soft, splendid jersey with a little zip front and short sleeves. This is just like a perfect little one-piece wonder for summer. Something like this probably retailed for close to $200. Splendid is so expensive, but on the resale market, I'll probably see somewhere in the $30 to $40 range for this, just because it's a little bit more of a significant piece. If this was just a t-shirt from Splendid, first of all, I probably wouldn't pick it up, but just a t-shirt would probably be in that $10 to $15 range. So although Splendid is one of those brands that's very, very expensive and it's sold in all the high-end stores, if it's one of the more basic pieces, unless you're sourcing it extremely low, I would kind of not touch it. I just don't think that the profit is going to be there for most people and how they like structure their profit margins. Next up, love to find these. These always move really quick for me, but these are things that I will only pick up right now, like beginning of summer. These are some cute little We the Free People distressed cutoff shorts. These are a size 28, button fly, kind of higher waist. In great condition. I mean, obviously they are distressed jeans, but that is what they are supposed to look like. So I will probably see somewhere between 25 and 32 on these. And I think that these will go pretty quickly. Free People shorts do sell better for me than Free People jeans for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why, but these are a good find. Next up, love to find these, as I am the person that had all the knockoffs back in the early 2000s. This is vintage Juicy Couture, and you can always tell vintage Juicy because of that tag. It's got that kind of regal looking tag. But this is one of those swim cover-ups. It's got the smocked top. This is all terry cloth. This is the kind that had the little ruffle at the bottom with a little pocket. I had knockoffs of this one. I had knockoffs of the straight one. They were all very cheap and fell apart quickly. Juicy stuff is really made quite well. So I've sold a bunch of these, all kind of in that $30 to $40 range. They are in very high demand right now, especially with it being like right now in the season. You know, it's about to be swim season for most of the country. So if you have these kind of stashed away, or if you have some from back in the day of your own, get them listed, because now is the time that they will sell. Next up, this is a little Brandy Melville chunky sweater. I pick up these chunky sweaters. They always go really quick for me. I have sold, I think, 3 of this particular sweater. This is like a cotton, I think this is 100% cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton in this really pretty sky blue. Of course, this is one size, so it's essentially a size small, but I have sold a cream one and I have also sold a black one, and they've sold really quickly in that $25 to $32 range. But these are always a pretty safe bet as long as you're sourcing, you know, at a good low price. And, you know, picking up these kind of chunkier sweaters right now is a dangerous game. So this is something, because it's 100% cotton, because it's a little bit loose weave, this is something that can easily be thrown on like over a tank top at night down the shore when it's getting a little bit chilly. So again, a safe bet. I don't pick up all of Brandy stuff for the most part, just dresses and chunky sweaters. I see a lot of it in the bins. I see a lot of like the little tank tops and the shorts and whatever. For me, it's really just the dresses and the sweaters. Oh my God. Now, this is a label I never thought I would see in the bins. That is Brunello Cinelli, and Brunello Cinelli is one of those, if you know, you know, luxury brands. This is up there with Loro Piana. This is kind of viewed higher than Gucci, right? It's one of those brands that it is an if you know, you know type thing. They don't use any like external branding. It's not like over the top. And I think this is just, I don't know if this is an undershirt or if this is just like a little camisole, but no lie, this probably was somewhere between $500 and $800. Let that one sink in for a minute, because that's intense. Like a men's undershirt, like a men's white t-shirt is $895. So just to give you an idea of how expensive this brand is. And I've seen similar like little tank tops like this selling over $100. So I'm gonna probably bank on 40. I'm gonna be safe with that, but I mean, what? Like I never ever thought I would see Brunello Cinelli in the bins, and it's white and it's like not stained or destroyed. Now granted, these things are made so well. Like I don't foresee it being destroyed, but I can see a white cotton tank top getting stained for sure. That's a thing. Next up, now this was such a cute little find. This is a little Intimately Free People kind of bralette. There is one that has been duped by like every fast fashion brand in the world, but this is not it. I thought this was so cute. So it's got these little like crochet daisies on it. It's that light butter yellow color that is hitting right now. Like that is starting to pop up big time on trend reports. This is a size small and it's in perfect condition. Look at the back of that. Look at like, that's like a lace, that's like smocked lace. And this is in like brand new condition. These are the kind of things that can easily get torn. And this is something that somebody will wear to like a festival as a top. But something like this, now typical Free People bralette, I generally expect to get somewhere between $15 and $20 for. So it's not something that I'm really gonna go after unless I'm sourcing from the bins. But something like this, I would, because I think it's a little bit more unusual because of the color, because of the condition, I will probably see 25 or over on this. Very, very cute find. And again, like, I always think when I find these kind of crochet pieces in the bins, the fact that there's really no damage to it is pretty amazing. What a cute little find, isn't that adorable? Now next up, obviously something that's maybe not for right now, but this is a JCrew like muffler, and you can't see it because I mean, it's huge. It's the whole, it's a big wide scarf, and this is 100% cashmere. JCrew cashmere, and it's in like brand new condition. If you look at the tag, I mean, this doesn't look like it's been worn ever. I feel like most people would probably cut off the big white tags before wearing it. So I'm wondering if this was like a gift to somebody and they just never pulled it out of their closet. But sold comps on these. So these retail for about $200. And I don't pick up a ton of JCrew because it just doesn't move like it used to. But stuff like this does move. And again, this is 100% cashmere and in like perfect condition. This is like giftable condition. I'm seeing sold comps on these, because there's a couple out there, between $50 and $80. So this is a pretty incredible find. Again, perfect condition from the bins, 100% cashmere. It might be like off season, but 100%. This is something that somebody will grab, you know, to throw over their shoulders at night when it gets chilly, like whatever the case may be. This is, and it's a very timeless thing. Like this is not something that's going to go up and down with trend. It's like a cashmere wrap in navy blue. It's always in style, forever and ever. 100 years from now, this will still be in style. So Great find. Next up, this is another little Brandy piece. Again, I only really do the dresses and the chunky sweaters. And this is just a cute little floral sundress. I've sold a million of these for that $20 to $25 range. This is a cute, I like the patterns. This is like a little rose pattern. I'm kind of a rose gal. That's like my flower of choice. So I would anticipate seeing, again, around that $20 mark. And I think this will go pretty quick, just like every other little slip dress I've sold from them. I've sold lots of little florals. I've sold little solids. I've sold white ones that look like nightgowns, and they all sell pretty quick and in that same price range. Again, Brandy is something that I would exercise caution with if you are sourcing for that higher dollar amount. Just make sure that the profit, once fees and taxes are taken into consideration, make sure that works for you. Next up, now this is something that is definitely off season, but I could see guys wearing this at night. So this is from Ted Baker, and Ted Baker is a very expensive menswear brand. They also make women's wear. The quality on every piece I have ever found from Ted Baker is unbelievable. Like, the tailoring is high end. In my opinion, I feel like this is nicer made than things that are hundreds of dollars more than them. And don't get me wrong, like this was probably a $250 little sweater, but this is made out of like sweatshirt material. So it's like a textured French terry in the front, and then the back is that kind of classic heather gray, but it's got that kind of shawl collar. It's got this little inset here behind the neck, you know, the details. And like, look at the inside of this placket, right? So that's the outside of the placket. Look at the inside of this placket. Like, this is really very well made. This is, of course, you know, this is made like tailoring, right? Like, they used sweatshirt material like wool suiting. So I'll probably see 50 bucks on this. Again, this was probably like a $250 piece when it was new, maybe a little bit more. Very, very cute. And again, in absolutely perfect condition. It's a size 5, which I think, oh my God, yeah, like it's still got the buttons attached. This is pretty much brand new. Next up, and this is a cute little UMG piece. This is a boutique brand. This is UMG Plus, so I think that this is like an extra large. But look at this cute little like scarf print dress. Isn't this adorable? So it's got these kind of belled out sleeves that have a little bit of a split sleeve moment to them, right? So it splits here. Like, it doesn't split over the shoulders, which I think a lot of people don't love. It splits like right here. So it'll split from here to here, and then again from here to here. But this is in like brand new condition. Super cute, like a little bit of a sheath or a trapeze silhouette. I just love that print. This is something I'll probably see somewhere between 30 and 40 for. I rarely find plus size UMG pieces, and I know that they sell very, very quickly. So excited to find that. Next up, now this is a great thing to find right about now because everybody's gonna start their hiking and their trekking and all that kind of stuff. This is a cute little hiking top from the North Face. And the thing that's kind of cool about these type shirts is that they're made with all the features you need for hiking, right? So it's got the little mesh inset in the back with the back vents, you know, to keep you cool. I think you see this a lot in like fishing shirts. There's little side vents right here that you can open up and get a little air under your arms. You see this a lot in ski jackets. So if you're a skier, you're pretty familiar with pit vents. They are the best on a spring day. So this is something I will probably see, I don't know, 25 to 30 bucks on. These go for like $80 to $100 retail. And this is a size medium, so it's a good size. It's that nice butter yellow. And this will probably go in no time flat because this kind of stuff, outdoors type gear, for me is my fastest sell-through category. And I don't know if that's really because that's where I got my start. Like, I started doing Poshmark before I started doing it like intentionally, just to clear out my closet. I started doing it to clear out my old ski gear. So maybe I built up an audience in that world, but for me, anything like active wear, so ski pants, hiking shirts, hiking pants, all of that, the mountain bike jerseys, they all sell really, really quickly for me. So hopefully that's something that you can find maybe in your local area, or if you have some sitting in your closet from something you no longer do, like get them listed. People are out there buying. That stuff is expensive. People are always looking for a deal on that, and they are more resistant to trends than normal apparel. So next up is this great little piece from Athleta. It's a size 1X, which I love to find. Plus size Athleta goes like 3 times faster than straight size Athleta for me. And this is pretty new. This is from last year. It's just this cute little olive green top. It's got these little like slits that sit like right over the hip bones. I have the name for this in my spreadsheet and I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but sold comps were in that $30 to $35 range. I think people really love tops like this because this is something that you can like dress up in, you know, like this looks kind of dressy. So people love those pieces that can be like a little bit dressy but still be like a technical piece of clothing, right? Like this fabric is sweat wicking and it's got stretch. I think it's just people, I think people really seek out these kind of pieces that can truly go from like hiking to a decent dinner. Next, now this was something I've never found in the bins or in the thrift. This is a sweatshirt from the brand The Hundreds. And The Hundreds is one of those like high-end kind of streetwear brands. They've done collabs with things like Universal, like they did a Universal Movie Monsters collab with The Hundreds, but their quality is really nice, heavyweight, kind of French terry cotton. I just love these colors. I like this navy blue and gold combo. I just think it feels kind of elevated, right? Like it feels a little bit collegiate. It's like muted colors. It's not super bright, but this is a great find. Size medium. Like some of these pieces, and obviously I don't know enough about this particular piece to tell you whether it's going to be one of those like high selling ones, but some of these pieces on the resale market go into the hundreds. I think a lot of them are like limited edition and people like seek them out, but I'm going to bank on probably about $30 on this. They retail just over $100 if memory serves me right, but definitely a brand to keep your eyes out for. Isn't that cute? I like that little embroidered piece there. Next up here, this is such a classic like Anthropology look dress. This is from one of the Anthropology sub-brands called Floral. And I just thought this was so cute. Now, one of the reasons that I grabbed this, Anthropology stuff is moving, you know, a little bit slower than it used to. But for me, this is such a like retro style dress. Like I can use all of those kind of keywords for this dress. And look at the back. It's so cute. And this little tie, I don't know if you can see this, but the tie is like a wide band and then it goes to like a little string. I just thought this was so cute. It is a size 6. I'll probably see 30 to 35 on this, maybe a little bit more, because again, I can use the retro keywords, rockabilly. This is just absolutely darling, and it is such great condition, and it's lightweight cotton, fully lined, so the quality's there. And is that a pocket? No, that's a zipper. Dang, no pockets. But other than that, I just thought this was such a cute little dress. Look at this adorable neckline. Like, look at the detail on that. Isn't that so cute? I think this will sell very, very quickly. Anthropology stuff has been moving a little bit slower out of my closet, but I think that this one in particular will move quite quickly. Next up, now this was something that I grabbed and didn't really comp in store, but I just thought that this would move. Obviously this is very wrinkled, but it is this cute little midi skirt, and it is cut on the bias. So if you remember, cut on the bias means that the fabric is cut, you know, they take the sheet of fabric and then they cut the pattern out with the fabric slanted, and that gives the fabric a little bit of give. So like if you were to hold this fabric, you know, up, down, left, right, the weft and the warp are going up and down, left and right, perpendicular. There's no stretch. You hear that? But because it's cut on the bias, it's got that little bit of give, so it hugs all the curves. That's why if you are somebody with curvy hips or a booty, like anything cut on the bias is going to be your best friend, because it's really just gonna like contour to your unique curves. But this I loved. It was like a little dusty pink color. This is 100% viscose, so it feels like a, you know, like a higher end tencel. And the brand on it is Nation Limited. which is a high-end brand. I did look this up. This is probably about $150 retail. I'll probably see in the $30 range for this. Of course, it needs like a bath and a steam, and it does have a raw hem, which I love. And you can see that that's like a finished raw hem, so that, you know, it's never gonna go up the skirt. There is a stitching boundary right there, but very cute little midi skirt. This will go in no time flat. Which size is this? Size medium. So cute, with an elastic waistband. Hello, comfort. Comfort all day. Next up, another little skirt that I grabbed. This is vintage from the 90s from a brand called Tweeds. I feel like I remember seeing this brand in my mom's closet back when I was a kid. But this is a little maxi skirt this is a linen blend, fully lined, and it is a little railroad stripe in kind of differing patterns, right? So the stripe is going vertical here and it's coming in here, so it's nice and slimming. It's a size 10. Again, 100% linen, fully lined. From the 90s, I'll probably see again that $30 to $35 mark on this. Maxi skirts are having a little bit of a moment. This is a very summery maxi skirt. I can also envision somebody getting this and like cutting out the lining. Because like why? Because the lining on this is polyester. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you lining 100% linen with polyester? Wouldn't you rather have that linen next to your skin? Is that just me? That could just be me. I'm a crazy person. But I thought this was so pretty, and this is in like perfect condition. Great little find. Tweeds was a high-end brand, so I'm sure that this was somewhere in north of $100 back in the 90s. Next up, this is just something I grabbed for me because I thought it was so cute. This is Sol Angeles. This is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. Very high-end, like they sell it at Kitson. I think they sell it at Saks. You know, t-shirts are like $50, but I just thought this was so fun. Too legit to quit. It's just a little like oversized gray heather t-shirt, size extra large, so I'll, you know, just perfect, throw it on with some bike shorts or whatever when I'm working around the house. But I thought that was so cute. If this was something I was gonna sell, I would probably see between $25 and $30 on it. Sol Angeles is a pretty in-demand brand, but not for sale. She's fine. Occupational hazard. Next up, this is just a great closet staple pair of pants from Lafayette 148, which is always exciting to find. This is an extremely expensive brand. These are just I think that these are like ankle length Japanese crepe trousers. They're like wider leg, pretty classic fit, high rise, size 4, and these feel like brand new. Maybe worn once or twice. I can definitely see that they've been worn, but like not many times. Lafayette 148 is kind of known for this fabric, and this is the kind of fabric that's gonna look beautiful forever as long as you take care of it. These were probably $400 or $500, if not a little bit more. You know, their dresses go into the 800s, the 900s, the $1,000 mark. So that gives you an idea of how expensive this is. I'll probably see 40 or 50 bucks on these. These are just a great classic pair of trousers. Really, really beautiful, and definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. Next up, another adorable little piece. This is a cute little like scarf print off the shoulder blouse. It's got bell sleeves. I just love the colors on this one. This is a size large. It's got that cute little tie here, and then the neckline is elastic for that kind of perfect fit. Great little find. I'll probably see $25 to $30 on this. And again, something that I think will go very quickly. This is very much, you know, in the resort wear. I'm taking this on vacation. This has that feel to it. Very cute. Two very good pieces that I found. Oh, next up, this was kind of a cool thing. These are for me to keep. I found these and I'm like, that feels like some really good linen. And sure enough, these are pillowcases from Parachute. If you have ever been served an ad for Parachute sheets, I can confirm that they are excellent quality. I am a bedding fanatic and I love linen bedding for the summertime, and I was in need of some more pillowcases for this here bed, and here they are. This is actually a set of 2. They were like one inside of the other, and this is just their standard linen pillowcase set. It sells for I think $89, and on the resale market, if I were to sell these, obviously I'm going to give these a really good wash, maybe 2, and a nice line dry to make them nice and crisp. But if I were to resell these on the resale market, they go for like $50 to $60. Like, this Parachute stuff resells really high. But again, if you are looking to splurge on your bedding. And like, I can't think of a better thing to splurge on. You spend a third of your life in bed. Do not cheap out on your bedding. Just don't do it. Parachute stuff is great. Also, Quince has some great linen stuff that's like a half the price of Parachute. Brooklinen's also fantastic. But I gotta say, if you like percale sheets, and percale is that kind of crisper fabric versus sateen, which is a little bit smoother. It kind of has a sheen to it. It like hugs your body. I'm a percale girl and a linen girl. That's where I live. But if you like percale sheets, I gotta say the best bang for your buck, Target's Threshold Organic Sheets. For the price, you cannot beat it. I will put a link down below. They're just really good sheets. They're made really well. They've got great strong elastic along the bottom. Like, they are made like $800 sheets. And I wanna say that they're like $60 or $70. So treat yourself, bedding nerd. I gotta say, I'm like seriously impressed with the quality of those sheets. Soapbox moment over. I will go all day on bedding. If you ever want me to do a video that's just about bedding and how thread count is a marketing ploy and what to look for and what words to look for and where to get your best, let me know. I'm happy to do it. It's like a hobby of mine. It's kind of a thing for me. I'm gonna put these right in the wash. Next up, this is such a cute little top from Chicos. I've been slowing down picking up Chicos, but this is exactly the type of thing that I think will sell really quickly. I love this like steel blue. This is a size 3, so it's an extra large, and it's this kind of like viscose tensile fabric. It feels like silk, and it's in fabulous condition, sleeveless. It's got that little like faux wrap top to it without being like full faux wrap, which always comes with the risk of like wardrobe malfunctions. So this has that look that gives that kind of elongated look that a faux wrap does without the danger. I'll probably see 25, 30 bucks on this. And I would imagine that this will go pretty quickly. It's a good size, it's a good color, and once it's cleaned and kind of steamed out, it'll photograph beautifully. Next up, oh, I love finding this brand. This is Holding Horses. Now, I don't know if Holding Horses is officially an Anthropology sub-brand or if they are on their own, but I have found a couple pieces of theirs, and this is just so cute. It's this little like blue and gold top. Look at the bottom. Look at that detail. That's all embroidered. Isn't that stunning? Size 2, so it'll be a little bit of a slower sell, but this is something I'll probably see about $30 on. I just thought this was so cute. Little button back there. Adorable. I cannot get over this embroidery on the bottom. I just think that is so, so pretty. So special. Like, this is a special piece. This is the kind of stuff that just like gets me to nerd out. Do you see the stitching right here? One row of the stitching is red and one row of the stitching is blue. How do you get to Julia's heart? Details. Next up, this is another pair of little Free People cutoff shorts. This is a size 26, so a little bit smaller, but again, kind of distressed denim button fly, high rise, in fabulous condition. These actually feel like they're brand new. These don't feel like they've really been worn before. So again, another $25, $30 on these, and these will probably go really quick. Great condition, that kind of distressed look. I love this color. Like, I am in the market for this color jeans for myself, and they are so hard to find in my size in a fit that I like. If you're all women out there, you know the struggle of finding like the right fit of jeans, and then once you find the right fit of jeans, finding the right color and the right cut that you want. It is a never-ending search. Madewell usually doesn't do me wrong, but what I want does not exist from them. Next up, this is a little kids piece that I will always pick up. This is Patagonia. It's a cute little spell out logo, real simple. It's got that little logo on the front. But what I liked about this more than anything, look at the weave of this. Can you see that detail there? This feels really familiar to me in one way or another. Like, this feels like something that is nostalgic from my youth, and I can't put my finger on it, but I think that this is recycled. If I can, yeah, this is made of recycled materials. So very, very cool. It's a boy size medium. So I'll probably see, I don't know, 20 bucks on this, maybe 15, but I just feel like, especially something like this, just the sheer fact that this was made from recycled bottles, like, it is almost my responsibility to pull it out of the bin so it doesn't end up in the landfill. I don't know what the antithesis of hubris is. Like, that would be the ultimate slap in the face to Patagonia for something like this that was made with recycled materials to end up in a landfill. So let's keep our eyes out for these kind of pieces. Next up, now this was a crazy one that I found. I saw this and the cotton felt really nice. It kind of gave me that like SZ block prints feel to it, but look, it's from the Vermont Country Store. And I don't think that this resells for all that much. I'll probably see about 20 bucks, but like if you ever find a nightgown from the Vermont Country Store, like these have the same kind of pull as like a vintage Laura Ashley piece. But you know, the Vermont Country Store, everything they make was incredibly well made. They make heirloom garments. So, you know, you can be pretty confident that you're picking up something that is made to last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I'll probably see no more than $20 on this, but it's a great thing to talk about. And if anything else, you guys keep your eyes out for this tag, especially if you see a nightgown or a robe or something like that. Like, there is a market for it and it will sell pretty quickly. Isn't that color pretty though? I thought it was so pretty. Next up, now this was a vintage piece and I somehow got to this before the Bins Bros did, and glad I did because it's from Utah, my old home. I know some of you out there are from Utah, so big ups to my Beehive State folks out there. This is definitely from the 90s. This is what they call a single stitch t-shirt, and what that means is if you look at any t-shirt that you have in your closet, go pull one out now, you will see along the sleeve there's 2 rows of stitching for the most part. It's a strength thing, but the older t-shirts have just a single stitch. I don't know if you can see that, but on the back side, it's just a single stitch. So when you hear somebody talk about a single stitch t-shirt, that's what they're referring to. And generally, for the most part, that's a practice that ended in the mid 90s. So late 90s and to today, everything has a double stitch. But I just thought this was so cool. And I love the fact that it's a 2-tone. It's got like a double layer collar. Like, I remember these t-shirts. I remember seeing these t-shirts in like tourist shops when I was a kid. So this is something that'll probably go 30 to 40 bucks. It's around what I'm seeing stuff like this going for. And it's gonna go for that much because, for the most part, of the multi-tone shirt and the double layer. It's got a little bit more going for it than a typical just single stitch t-shirt. But I don't know how I got this before the Bins Bros, because this is what they look for. And they turn around and they sell it for $50 a pop at the Rose Bowl flea market. But next up, this is a cute little piece. This is from Billabong. I don't pick up everything that I see from Billabong, but stuff like this will move pretty quickly for me. This is just a cute little dress. This is a linen blend, smocked bodice, short length in this cute little like peach and white stripe. It's brand new condition. Size medium. The last dress that I had like this from Billabong sold, I want to say same day, for like $38 or $40. I'll probably see more like 32 on this. It is not as long as the last one was, but still a great little piece. I know, again, I don't pick up a ton of Billabong. I see so many surf brands in my bins. Of course, we're in California. This is the epicenter. This is where they're all based. And I'm very, very selective with what I do pick. And this is a perfect example of something that I will grab. So definitely, if you are sourcing for that higher dollar amount, like, use your judgment and do some research. If this is something that, you know, if surf brands are something that you want to pull in, just make sure that you know exactly what to look for so that you are pulling in those pieces that, you know, will net you a little bit more profit. Next up, now this was a cool find. This is vintage St. John Sport. Cute little sweater vest, very cute. That's the tag you're looking for right there. And now I don't know what this knit is. Oh, look at this. Look at the little embroidery moment on the back. I don't know what this is made of. It feels like it's definitely cashmere. I think there might be some just regular wool in it. It's not quite as soft as 100% cashmere, but I'm gonna guess this is either merino wool or cashmere wool blend. This was probably $300-400 new, if not a little bit more. St. John is very expensive. I love finding like the 1980s St. John dresses. Like, they're known for this heavyweight knit. I'll probably see 30 to 40 on this. Again, I'll do a little research to see if I can find any other from this time, to see if I can like figure out what this is made of, because that will matter. But great little find. I always love finding St. John in the bins. I don't find it all that often, but when I do, it's a real treat. Next up, oh God, I love this sweater so much. And there's a little bit of damage to it, but I cannot like, I don't think that'll stop it from selling. This is a vintage sweater. Oh my God. Let me get you up close on this. So it's this like, actually, this is very similar to that St. John knit that I was talking about. But it's, okay, so it's like this gorgeous like tan color, and it's got these speckles of gold. These are like metallic specks. And then it's got this neckline that's got this little keyhole with these pearl button designs. And these are like very solid. Like this doesn't feel like they're gonna fall off anytime soon. Ugh. Turtleneck, short sleeve, and it's got that like silhouette where it's made to be a little bit looser around here or accommodate a larger bust, and it cinches in at the waist. Such a little dreamboat. There are a couple like little holes. There's one on the neck here, and there's two little pinholes elsewhere on the sweater, but I don't think that's gonna stop it from selling. This is such a special piece. I've never seen anything like this. I have been buying and selling vintage pretty much my whole life, and I've never seen anything like this. This is such a like bombshell. I could see Jane Mansfield wearing this. I could see Marilyn Monroe wearing something like this. Just so, so chic. Probably in the $40 range for this, I think I'll see. Isn't that gorgeous? These aren't beads, are they? No, they're just little like pieces of... Oh my God, I'm looking really closely at these little gold specks, and I'm trying to figure out what they are, like if they're just like little dollops of paint. But I think what they are is actually like strings of gold woven basically around a loop of the knit. Wow. Wow, that's very cool. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. That's exactly what it is. Let me see if I can get you up close so you can see detail on one of these. Let me see if I can get you up close so you can see. Maybe. Can you see that detail? Oh, that's so cool. This is such a cool find. That was a truly exciting find. Probably one of my favorite finds of the day. So next up here, this is a pair of Lululemon ribbed Align pants. So they're the high rise, they're the leggings. They are a size 0, so they'll probably take a little bit longer to sell, but can you see that rib texture on that? They're made of the classic Nulu material. It's a little bit more compressive than the regular one. I actually have the shorts version of these. I have like little bike shorts, and I love them. I kind of can't believe I found these in the bins. They feel brand new. Like there's no wear whatsoever on the inside seams. And if anybody, you know, if you know about Aligns, they do pill. So this is a great find. I'll probably see, these were I think $118 new. I'll probably see somewhere north of $40 on these, especially given the condition, because they are like brand new. Next up, now this was so crazy. These were actually in the pocket of one of the jean shorts that I found. And I pulled it out and I'm like, you know, this is pretty cool. So this is like a little bikini top. And I did a Google image search on it. And sure enough, the brand is called Kini. It's K-I-I-N-I. And they make bikinis that look like this. They have tops and bottoms, and I certainly didn't see a bottom on this, but they all look handmade. This is like different colored elasticity. Like look at the detail on that. Isn't this gorgeous? And honest to God, they go for like $170 a piece. A full bikini top and bottom is about $300 from this brand. In the pocket of one of the shorts that I found. It was just like folded up. So I think that this is about a size small. I see a lot of like sold comps in the $60 to $70 range. What? Like, how cool is that? And it's definitely a brand to be on the lookout for, guys. Like if any of you have ever seen or found one of these bathing suits, let me know down below. I'm dying. Are they popular? I've never heard of them before, but beautifully made. Like this, again, I'm pretty sure that this is handmade. Like there's no way that this is done by machine. Next up, now this is something that I will pick up anytime, forever and ever. And this is a little sweatshirt, and if you recognize this crown, this is the kind of motif of Jean-Michel Basquiat, one of my favorite artists of all time. You know, this is one of his more famous pieces, basically denoting a gravestone, essentially, of Charlie Parker. It references Charlie Parker's name, of course, and the location where he did pass away. But this is from SPRZ, which I believe is a sub-brand of Uniqlo. And Uniqlo is known for doing these collabs with artwork from famous, you know, of course, Keith Haring. I have a couple pieces of Keith Haring's stuff in my own closet. Of course, Jean-Michel Basquiat. These are the kind of things. Now, one thing I love about Uniqlo, which is fast fashion, but their quality, the quality of their pieces is always very, very nice. This is almost, yeah, this is 100% cotton. It's made really well. And stuff like this does carry resale value quite well. In fact, a lot of pieces like this, once they go out of print, sell for higher than retail. So it's a size extra small, so this will probably take a little bit longer to move, but sold comps are in the $50 range for this. Again, I don't know if I'll get that just given the size and whatnot, but guys, keep your eyes out for this. And if you ever find anything in an extra large, let your girl know, because I'm a buyer. Next up, this is a cute little dress from Free People, and I have sold, I think, 6 or 7 of these dresses. They do sell quite well. This is called the Tree Swing dress. I've never found one in blue. I've found a couple in black, I found a couple in cream, but never in blue and never a size large. So this will go quickly. They typically go somewhere between that 25 and 32 range. I've sold kind of all over there. I've sold some a little bit higher. I've sold some a little bit lower. But these are reliable sellers. People really love them. They're like a trapeze silhouette. They've got pockets, and they're just like easy wearers. They have that little keyhole up top. It's so cute. Just kind of one of those universally flattering dresses that are like comfortable and easy to wear, which is truly a unicorn. So definitely a style to be on the lookout for. It's called the Tree Swing. Next up, now I love to find these. This is a pair of Madewell jeans. This is the perfect vintage jean in a size 25, so it's a smaller size. But that perfect vintage fit is still being made, and it's still pretty in demand. It's not necessarily a slim, it's not a skinny jean, but it's kind of a slimmer jean, like almost like a boyfriend fit. This does have a raw hem on it. These are in fantastic condition. They're kind of heavier weight denim that's got just a hair of stretch to it. I love this fit. In fact, my very favorite jeans that I pretty much wear on repeat all summer are called the Perfect Vintage Wide Leg Crop. I love them. They look good with everything. I have them in every color that they make. But I will probably see somewhere around $40 to $50 for these, maybe a little bit more. If these were the wide leg, I'd probably be seeing $60, maybe a little bit more than that, but the Perfect Vintage is still pretty in demand. It's a great fit, and again, these are in fantastic condition. So this is a great find for the bins. I can't believe that that made it out of a thrift store. Next up, now this is a little Logan Look piece from the brand Any Size. But this is like a long, this is a very classic like Logan Look silhouette, long wide sleeves, and it's got this kind of like architectural skirt that kind of like skims down the body and gets a little wide at the legs and then comes back in. It's kind of like one of those signature silhouettes that you see in a Logan Look style. I'm not quite sure about this brand. It says Any Size 120. I think this is a linen blend. Yeah, oh, this is a linen cotton blend. Any Size, made in Hong Kong. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get on this. I have to do a little bit more research into the brand. This might be, for all I know, an Amazon brand. This also might be a really sought after Logan Look brand. So anywhere between like $20 and $70 on this. Some of these Logan Look brands sell for a good amount of money, but this is a great find. And even if this is just an Amazon brand, the style alone will sell that. Next up, this is a cute little Diane von Furstenberg maternity shirt. I did not know that she made maternity, but here we are. This is 100% stretch silk. Look at that cute little tag. 100% stretch silk, so it's like a double layer silk. I don't know if you can see, but it's like kind of sheer. But it's this little palm print. It's a faux wrap silhouette, so that'll kind of like go over the bump. It's in perfect condition. These retail for like $300. I think I would probably see $30 to $40 on this. Again, perfect condition. What size is this? Size small. So it's a great find. And again, I never knew that Diane von Furstenberg did Maternity, but that makes sense because Diane von Furstenberg actually makes clothing that fits women in all stages of their life. So very cute, very timeless. This is something that somebody will be able to buy during their maternity season and easily be able to resell it, probably for what they buy it for from me. So that always makes me happy. That's the kind of cyclical fashion that I'm here for. Buy high quality, resell in perpetuity. Can I put that on my business card? Should I put that on my business card? Next up, now this might also be something that stays with me. This is a little vintage Izod cardigan sweater in this great like hunter green. I found a few months ago a cute vintage Lacoste sweater that was like a mushroom color, and I almost kept that for myself, but the color just didn't work for me. And I put it out into the universe that I wanted one in green, and here we are. So I might keep this for myself. I have to try it on, but this feels very similar, like in terms of construction, in terms of age, to that Lacoste sweater. And I'm gonna say that this is probably late 80s, early 90s. Look at that tag. Very cute. I just love it. If I were to sell this, I'd probably see $30 to $35 on it, and it would go quick. These kind of vintage, preppy golf sweaters, they always sell really well because they always have that kind of like eclectic grandpa look to them. There's always like the hipsters that wear those, but especially right now with preppy style like hitting hard, this would sell in like 2 days, but it's not for sale. We are getting there, guys. Only a few more pieces to go. I think only about 3 after this. This is a cute little Free People blouse. I love this like sleeveless, layered look. That is an open back. So it's a little bit sexy, but it's not like over the top. Just a perfect little blouse. This is, I think, called the Layers in Love blouse. I just think it's really flattering. It is a size small. I'll probably see 30 to 35 on this. I think they actually still make this in fabulous condition. So happy, like, I love this. And this is something that'll appeal to people who are both into that like boho style, but also to like resort wear, vacation, any of those kind of keywords will get that picked up. Next up, now my heart almost jumped out of my throat when I saw this tag in the bins. So real quick, I saw that. Isabelle Morant is a very sought after designer right now, and I couldn't believe I saw it. But then I pulled down the other tag and it says, poor H&M. So this is Isabelle Morant. Now, if this was an Isabelle Morant sweatshirt, mainline, this would be $400 or $500, and on the resale market, I'd be seeing $200 to $300 without batting an eye. And it would sell probably in a day. She is red hot right now. That being said, despite the fact that this is a collab with with H&M, there's no size on here. I want to say that this is an extra large. This is just a plain gray sweatshirt. This still has a resale value of between $50 and $80. And I think that that's actually higher than retail just because it's sought after. And it's got like all the little details, right? Like it's just a simple little gray sweatshirt, but the fabric is really nice. It's a beautiful French terry. It feels, and I don't know how to describe this, but it feels like a vintage sweatshirt. Not in terms of softness, but in terms of like weave. This feels like a sweatshirt that was made in like 1960. And I'm not quite sure how to describe that to you, but it is a very distinct feeling textile. I love that it's got the little like V inset there in the collar, long sleeve, just simple plain gray sweatshirt and in like new condition. Next up, I absolutely love this shirt. I mean, this is giving Barefoot Contessa. How fabulous is that? This is a vintage from the 90s denim shirt with the French trend, like that is the recipe for paella with fish embroidered on the front of this shirt. This is just so darling. I absolutely love it. It's like a one-of-a-kind situation. I think this will be a Depop sale. I just love this. Definitely vintage from the 90s. That's the tag. It says Brannon, San Francisco. It's a size extra large. And this, I think, will go pretty quickly. It's so adorable. It's so adorable. Like, get up close on some of that embroidery. Look at the paella and all the ingredients there. The things you find, you just never know what you're gonna find in the bins. I'll probably see, I don't know, $30, $35 on this. And I love finding these kind of like one-of-a-kind pieces that like, find another one of these. Tell me, have you ever found a denim shirt with an embroidered recipe in French on the front? Let me know. I need to know. I need to know if there are more of these out there. So cute. And finally, this was such a wild find. So I felt this and I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful silk. Like really, you know how you can just tell the difference between like silk and then incredibly high quality silk. So I pull it out and it's this little blazer, but look at the details on the cuffs, right? That's all jeweled and sequined and beaded. And it's by Ungaro. And this is a men's blazer. And I'm living for it. I'm absolutely living for it. I'm gonna have to get I don't know how I'm gonna photograph this to get it like right, but it's got this lightweight jacquard silk. The cuffs have the same details and all of this embroidery is in really great condition. I think I found like 1 or 2 missing beads, but you know, again, this was like this is high-end designer. This is luxury designer. Ungaro's incredibly high-end and, you know, Neiman Marcus level high-end. And, you know, when they did embroidery and stuff and like embellishment, it was done right. Like all of these rhinestones are pronged, you know, they're attached by prongs. These aren't glued on. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail on that. Isn't that so beautiful? And again, in great condition. This is giving South Beach. This is giving Liberace. I'm dying. I'm dying on this. Like, and that goes all the way. This is not showing well, just like holding it here. What a fabulous, fabulous piece. I wouldn't be surprised something like this, because when I went online and I dug into other Ungaro uomo, like uomo means men's in Italian. So if you ever see it's UOMO, uomo means men's. And everything else that I found from Ungaro for Ungaro uomo was very like conservative, gray, black, dark brown, flannels, wools, tweeds. And then there's this. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was either like a custom piece or a piece, like a stage piece that was made for like a performer. But what a find. I have no idea what I'm gonna get for this. What a cool find. That is it, guys. That is the haul for today. I feel like this was such a wild ride. So many unusual finds this week. That vintage sweater, that Ungaro blazer is just insane. So many Bolo brands, so many interesting things, so many kind of sleeper hits in here. But what was your favorite piece that I found? I think mine is probably that vintage sweater. Anything that I can see Marilyn Monroe wearing, I'm in. I think that's a special sweater. And hey, this is Los Angeles. Like, it might have even been hers. Who knows? But for all of you numbers nerds out there, I had 42 pieces. That means I spent $42. Again, I went to my favorite bins location. That was $1 per item. And the retail value on all of these pieces is a whopping $7,000. And I have, I think, somewhere between $1,200 and $1,300 worth of sales here, which means my profit's gonna be around $1,000, which brings me to a 24x return on investment. And I will take that all day, any day. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me while I do these hauls. I always have so much fun doing them. I love sharing these treasures with you. I love it when you share which treasures you find with me. I just love learning what kind of cool things people are finding all over the country. That is like the coolest thing in the world to me. But guys, if you had fun, please consider giving this video a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a video. But without further ado, guys, have the most incredible week. I hope you guys find all the treasures. I hope you make all the sales. Happy hunting, and I will see you in the next one.